Investors The number of centroids required is denoted by a user-defined. The objective of Ghost DAG is to assign each datum to the nearest cluster and keep the centroids as small as possible. Using a greedy algorithm, Ghost DAG efficiently sorts the data and places each datum in its appropriate location. Unlike structured algorithms, a greedy algorithm optimizes the task at hand based on the best possible solution at any given moment. Ghost DAG categorizes data blocks into two types, blue and red. Blue blocks reside on the chain, while red blocks do not. Rather than aiming to identify the largest cluster, Ghost DAG's greedy algorithm focuses on finding the blue set with the most favorable tip and incorporates data from outside the set. By combining blues and reds, a chain is formed, with the selected tips block being the most recent. This approach, combined with user-defined and mined data, establishes a topological order in the chain. Back to KASPA, its framework primarily targets the challenges of speed and scalability that plague traditional blockchains. While conventional systems rely on miners to verify transactions, this approach often sacrifices scalability. KASPA aims to automate the approval process by leveraging the Ghost DAG protocol while improving scalability and maintaining network security integrity. Furthermore, KASPA is designed to be a permissionless network, providing accessibility to all participants and eliminating the need for an administrator as a gatekeeper. The KASPA blockchain is a relative newcomer to the crypto world. Conceived in 2021 and hitting the market in 2022, the platform and its native coin, KAS, have already started to make some crypto investors sit up and take notice. KAS first came onto the open market in the middle of 2022. At that time, the market was struggling with a downturn triggered by the collapse of the Terra Luna blockchain, and KASPA traded at around $0.0005. It hovered around that level for the next few months before slowing, climbing later on in 2022, closing the year at $0.00528. KAS has enjoyed a pretty strong 2023 so far, with the news that its blockchain was able to process 10 transactions per second and getting its browser wallet, leading to it reaching a high in September before declining only to shoot up in late October and early November. The blockchain reached its highest ever speeds recently, and KAS looks like it is catching up. On November 19th, following a listing on Binance, KAS reached an all-time high of $0.154. By December 15, 2023, it was worth $0.1 $3. KASPA also addresses the critical issue of securely providing proof of work without compromising security. While transactions themselves are secure, the verification process requires a separate set of parameters and programming. KASPA implements a technique called pruning, which involves removing data older than 3 days from the block DAG. By limiting the available data, KASPA protects itself from the vulnerabilities associated with a 51% attack. Centralized manipulation becomes virtually impossible if more than 50% of the blockchain is not under the control of a single entity. The data beyond the 3-day threshold is stored elsewhere, preventing hackers from accessing it and foiling any attempted takeover. According to its website, KASPA Coin has some interesting features on its platform, which are 1. Fast transaction. KASPA's block DAG network generates multiple blocks every second for posting transactions to the ledger. Combined with fully confirmed transactions in 10 seconds, this makes KASPA ideally fast for everyday transactions. 2. Instant transaction confirmation. KASPA was designed to be hundreds of times faster than Bitcoin, with each KASPA transaction visible to the network in 1 second and each transaction fully confirmed in 10 seconds on average. 3. Scalability. KASPA solves the scalability problem with its ability to generate and confirm multiple blocks per second. This comes with no trade-off between security and decentralization as seen with proof-of-stake networks. 4. Efficient proof of work. KASPA utilizes the optical mining-ready K-heavy hash algorithm for consensus and security of the network. This algorithm, combined with high-throughput DG and no wasted blocks, makes it less energy-intensive than other pound networks. 5. Security. KASPA harnesses an ultra-secure block network with no compromise on decentralization. Achieved with pure, stakeless, proof-of-work combined with a revolutionary Ghost DAG consensus mechanism. 6. Block DAG. To overcome the problem of blockchains, KASPA processes all blocks in parallel, linking all sidechains. This leads to a DAG structure that increases the formation of blocks per second drastically, creating a block DAG. Finally, the last major problem KASPA aims to solve is how to provide proof of work securely without sacrificing security. The transactions themselves are secure, but verifying them is a separate task that requires its own programming and set of parameters. One of the ways that KASPA does this is by pruning, whereby the block date is purged of data older than 3 days. In general, KASPA increased speed, comparable security, and the simplification of processes. KASPA was launched on November 7, 2021. It has a total and maximum supply of 28 billion KAS tokens, with over 19 billion of them in circulation. This is hard to tell. KAS has enjoyed a bit of a breakthrough in recent months, hitting faster than ever speeds and reaching new customers. The platform's combination of speed and security is certainly positive. On the other hand, KASPA is a relatively new blockchain. It will have to fight hard to distract attention from other, better-known platforms. A lot will also depend on how the cryptocurrency market behaves as a whole. As ever with crypto, you will need to make sure you do your research before deciding whether or not to invest in KAS. Will be the end of the video. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and invest wisely.